What's going on, you guys? Alright, tonight is 31st of August. Current time is just a little bit before 10 p.m. We're currently heading eastbound on Oklahoma State Highway 29. Going through Elmore City right now. On our way to the Walmart Distribution Center in Pauls Valley. Won't be delivering until tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock. But I'm wanting to get into here to the area early. I do have a pre-plan tomorrow morning as well, which I'll talk about later. Alright, so that's what will be going on here tonight, or tomorrow, whatever, all in the same video though. Just tonight and tomorrow for me, but same video for you. Alright. So it's a load of assorted produce or meat produce, whatever you want to call it, out of the Walmart DC in Colton, California. Cross stock load. I did tell you guys about that one. Last video you saw from me was a delivery video. And same place I picked this load up from. It was just a Sam's Club delivery instead of a Walmart pickup. Alright, so we're heading toward I-35 right now. Should be here, I don't know, about 15 minutes or so. Somewhere in that ballpark, I had to guess. I'm not even really, I can't remember the exact distance from here to I-15. I mean, I-35. Oh, I forgot to even turn the lights on so you guys can see me a little bit better. I also forgot to hold this back, but alright, it is what it is. Okay. Alright, so what can we talk about tonight? How about planning for traffic incidents before you even leave wherever you're leaving from? Got two prime examples. One of them going on right now. Actually, I think it just closed out. My wife got stuck in it last night. Or yesterday evening, I got stuck in a little bit of a mess that could have been avoided had I, again, done traffic checks before I left the truck stop and to start my shift. Alright, so we'll start with mine. Last night, or yesterday evening, whatever, I was leaving the Hopi Travel Center truck stop in just east of Holbrook, Arizona. Just started my shift. Now, mind you, Hopi Travel Center is off exit 292. I get on the road, and I'm not even 3 miles down the road, and I start hearing somebody on the CB saying something about a brake check ahead for a wrecker uprighting an overturned truck on it sounded like it was on the right side. Alright, so I figured, maybe not that big a deal. Traffic's light. Shouldn't be a big deal as long as I can just kind of go carefully through the area where the recovery scene is at. Shouldn't be a big deal. Well, then I get to about the 295 or so mile marker and find out the hard way it's a little slower than that. There's a little more traffic out there than I thought there was. I mean, not like it was much of a delay, but it was still a delay I could have avoided. I just breezed right through. Had I known about that and decided, I'm going to wait maybe half an hour or something like that before leaving Hopi Travel Center. Just long enough where the trailer and truck could be uprighted. It turned out it was a FedEx contractor, a third-party FedEx contractor tractor pulling an extra lease trailer. The extra trailer got pretty much destroyed. The tractor was on its, was it on it? No, it was already, because it was in the middle of getting uprighted when I passed by it, but What is this? Oh, okay. Well, I saw him reacting to something, and I could see something right there in the lane, but I couldn't tell what exactly it was. I figured it was an animal or something. You know, and then speaking of, when so I went through Lawton, Oklahoma on the way over here, and right over there on the north end of Lawton, there was an incident there in the left lane. And it turned out it was a girl in a car hit and killed a dog. I was trying to figure that one out, but anyway, that's gonna probably be on my Things I See compilation on my Clips channel anyway, so probably show all that there. Alright, sticking to the point of this video though. Yeah, I could have avoided that problem had I just checked the traffic conditions. And there are other times where I've got myself stuck behind messes that I could have detoured around or something. But it just didn't bother to, especially when you're like in a rural area where there's not even much traffic. You know, you're more prone to making this mistake. Thinking, oh yeah, it's, you know, not much going to go on here. Even if there is something going on, I'll just breeze right by. And then you find out, nope, not so easy. I had a long time ago, actually when I was still in the Air Force, coming across I-40 west of Albuquerque. There was an LTL truck. Was it a roadway? I can't remember. Might have been a roadway. One of their trailers caught fire. Shut down the entire interstate. Again, I could have avoided it had I known that was going on. Could have gone south on I-25 over to let's just say State Route 6 and gone around, or I think that could have possibly done, or take even go all the way down to US 60 over by Socorro and take 60 across into Arizona or something. Didn't bother to check. Got trapped there for 3 hours. 3 hours I could have avoided being trapped. And I'd done that simple little traffic check. Tonight, my wife was leaving work. Come on, car. It's a 65 zone. You can go a little bit faster than that now. I don't think, I wouldn't be that freaked out over a bag of fertilizer or whatever the hell that thing was on the ground that we passed by earlier. Alright, my wife works in Barstow. She goes to get on the freeway at Barstow Road and get on southbound 15 to head back to the house in Victorville. As soon as she's on the freeway, she finds out she's stuck in dead stop traffic. She didn't make it very far at all. In fact, I think she was probably only maybe a few hundred feet or something like that from the Barstow Road on-ramp before she got stuck and trapped. And turned out what happened was, had a wrong-way driver heading northbound in the southbound lanes. I don't know if this was an intentional suicide case or something, or if it was maybe a drunk or intoxicated on something, or high on something driver was oblivious to what they were doing or what. But whatever the case, there's a trucker heading southbound with a 38,000-pound load of chicken. I hope it wasn't a JCT driver, knowing that. It's a CHP incident log confirms that that's what they were hauling though. And anyway, the trucker, I guess that's, I don't know how much advance they had to see the wrong way driver, but they swerved to avoid, in an attempt to avoid contact with the wrong way driver. Not only did they not avoid the wrong way driver, the driver still crashed into them somehow, in some way, I don't know. I don't know if there were any injuries to the wrong way driver. But whatever the case, the truck swerved, ended up crashing into the guardrail or whatever barrier separating the northbound and southbound lanes from each other. And it sounded like the tractor or maybe the entire vehicle overturned, but later on it looked like the trailer was on its wheels. So I wasn't quite clear on that. It sounded like it was overturned, maybe partially overturned. Whatever the case, though, the tractor caught fire. And, you know, with that kind of a maneuver there, swerving like that, easily someone else who had nothing to do with anything could have gotten involved in it innocently. So if you're in a truck, if something goes on, and this is something that they always teach in CDL school, and you're going to have to teach yourself to quit doing this shit, or don't do this shit if you have these situations. Do not swerve. If you swerve and hit your brakes at the same, you have both actions going on at the same time, you know, or you're in a turn and in accelerate or decelerate at the same time, you're creating what's called a double momentum shift situation. Exactly that can cause a rollover. And on top of that, if you're swerving out of your lane and into a different lane, again, somebody who might be over there and is innocent might get caught up in your mess that you're creating now, and you're going to become the at-fault driver now. Let's say if this driver had successfully avoided the wrong way driver, but crashed into somebody else trying to avoid the wrong way driver, well, guess what? Now you have a secondary accident that's going to end up being the trucker's fault for basically causing a secondary collision instead of staying in your lane. Hit your brakes. Hit your brakes hard if you have to. But this is why, looking the way up ahead, we're getting on northbound 35 now, by the way. The very next exit will be our exit. It'll be Airport Drive or Airport Boulevard or whatever they call it in Pallets Valley. Alright, so anyway, yeah, you end up becoming the at-fault driver in that kind of an incident. And if somebody gets killed by you trying to avoid someone else, well, now you got yourself becoming a possible suspect in a vehicular manslaughter case, or defendant in a vehicular manslaughter case. You don't want to be involved in that, alright? So just stay in your lane. Don't swerve. It's one thing to drift out of your lane if you know that you have a space to work with, but don't swerve and don't hit your brakes, you know, as a panic reaction to something. Panic reactions always cause the wrong reaction, or almost always the wrong reaction to make. But anyway, going back to my wife, now, to be fair to her, I think this incident happened just shortly before. This better not be that same black Lexus I was getting pissed off at on US 62 east of Altos. I don't think it is, but you never know. Alright, anyway, though, yeah, I think it happened not long before she got on the freeway, so to be fair to her, you know, she could have done her trip planning when she left work, or right before leaving work, and seen that everything was okay, and it could have all of a sudden been a problem. You know, just in like the few minutes it took to get from her job site to the freeway. So, but either way, yeah, there are detour routes around the incident that could have easily been used to get around it, especially knowing that she and I both used to live in Barstow at different times. Not when we were together. I grew up in Barstow. She actually lived in Barstow at one point in time earlier in her career when she was still with her first husband. But yeah, so we have local area detour routes we know around the area that can be taken. Yeah, you can even take the old Route 66 or National Trails Highway around any problems on I-15 between Barstow and Victorville. So, could she have possibly avoided all that mess had she done this traffic and trip planning before she left work, even though she knew exactly where she was going? Possibly. I would say there's a pretty good chance of it, but I would say, I don't know. Because I don't remember what exact time it was that she got caught in traffic. I just know this incident was reported just before 1800 local time in California. It wasn't too long after that when she was probably calling me. I'd have to look at my call log to see what time she really did call to compare. But yeah, anyway, the freeway got shut down. She was still sitting in it at a dead stop at 7:15 p.m., over an hour after the incident. Pretty much the same spot she was at when she first got caught up in it. What a mess. Alright, we're going to go over across the freeway here. I don't think I'm going to find parking over here at Love's right now. Although, you know what? Actually, they did open up more parking there, didn't they? I thought I heard about them opening a new parking lot over there. I see more trucks or I can't tell if it's a drop yard or something else. So I thought I see other trucks parked over there to the east of the Love's building, though. And yeah, I thought I vaguely remember hearing somebody say something about expanding the lot over there, but I've not seen it personally. And it being dark and at this hour, I just naturally expecting that lot to be full. And I'm going to end up needing to start a break. It's probably a 7-hour split at the very least, if not, maybe just creep or PC across the street in the morning to get to my doctor when I'm allowed to go into there. And either maybe complete a 10-hour break. But yeah, they've got the dirt lot over here right across the street from Walmart that I intend to park at. That way I can just go, just waltz right across the street, literally, to get into the DC to make my delivery. Alright, so maybe we'll check out the Love's lot when we're done at the end of this video to see if it's how much different it is. I know they got a truck wash thing over there where you get trailer washouts done now. Alright, not this one, but yeah, this next driveway here. It's a dirt lot here, literally straight across the street from the truck entrance to Walmart. TP Ranch. There's a pretty good number of trucks in here right now, but looks like there's plenty of space for more, so. A lot of craters here tonight, too. Yeah, there's a ton of space here, though. See a huge ass gap here between Fry Miller and whoever this is over here with this gray silver Freightliner. Alright, yeah, I'll put it between those guys. Actually end up lining up pretty good there. Okay, I'm going to intentionally veer toward that guy for a second because I want to make sure I can clear be sure I'm still looking at the same thing I thought I was looking at earlier. Now I can veer back in the other direction. It's basically a blind spot clearing move is what I was trying to accomplish there. Because I actually have seen it where even when I had a trainee before, where they started backing straight up, they did a straight back backing, and they were backing right toward the front end of a truck that they didn't know that was right behind them. They were going for a vacant spot, but they thought they were lined up with a vacant spot, and it turned out they were not. They were actually lined up right at a truck that was already parked. So that's why I do that blind spot clearing thing there that I was talking about. I don't want to have that kind of mistake happen, so I mean, that's where get out and look. It definitely does you some good like that as well, for sure. Or do the blind spot clearing maneuver that I just did there. All right, so yeah, because you can't see right behind the trailer. So what I did was just, yeah, as you saw, point my trailer generally toward this guy here, so I can see around this side if there was anything over there, and then I went back the other way so I could see around the passenger side and looked clear both ways. So then I straightened back out. All right, I'm gonna post strip it here, and then we'll head across the street in the morning when it's time to deliver. Alright guys, we are checked in. I can't read it. I think it just said park and check in. Yeah, we don't have a door assignment, so I'm just going to go ahead and park where everybody else is parked up there, and then get checked in and wait for a door. Alright, and I ended up getting right just past the 7-hour mark. I'm going to creep my way up there so I don't have to screwball around with going into PC or whatever else, especially when I'm waiting on the door anyway. I might even just park here under the light behind this guy. It's not like it's a big deal to walk, so I mean I'll be out of the way. Don't have to worry about other people blocking me in either. I've had that happen as well, where I'm staged and waiting for a doctor, and then find out, hey, go ahead and go to door such and such, and then I can't get out because I'm surrounded by other trucks that are also waiting for doors. So, yeah, we'll just come up here behind, looks like a Crete driver right in front of us with a Schaefer trailer. And we'll go get checked in up there in the corner. Yeah, otherwise so one of the changes with the HOS rules that happened was you only have to do sleeper berth for 7 hours now and not 8. If you're doing even if you're doing a full 10-hour break, you only have to do 7. Used to be you had to do 8. All right, we'll talk some more on that on the way to the doctor, though, because I'm going to be creeping there anyway. We are finally ready to get into a doctor. Yeah, it's already 8:48. We're running late, really late. I'm actually supposed to be at my shipper, on my next shipper, picking up my reload in the next 10 minutes. Nope, can't do it. My friend's doing video chat, but alright, yeah, the door's definitely vacant. I don't want to do 5 miles an hour plus. I'm just staying off duty for now, but alright, so I was talking earlier about 8-hour versus 7-hour sleeper berth period. It's definitely been a nice. It is helpful now, because there might be times where I don't necessarily need to be in sleeper for that long. Yeah, it definitely gives more options. Look, we got another JCT up here waiting for a door as well. I need to get my doors open. I'm gonna come over here, probably practically right in front of door 101, which is straight in front of us. Get my doors open and we'll get turned around. Looks like we'll have. Oops. No, good. All right. Yeah, we'll get turned around and dock it in. We got a little bit of a problem here. Actually, a bigger problem. And it's going to lead to me not being able to get sleep while I'm in the dock door. There's the right side pallet on the back tipped over toward the door, and actually a couple of pallets were actually up against the right up against the dock door. So I'm going to go ahead and get as close as I can to the door first, and before I get my doors open. I'm going to have to let them know, and I'll show you the footage of that too once we get over here. This is in spite of the fact I had 2 load locks firmly installed. Alright. Not a happy camper about that. And then I got these. What's going on here? Because I know there's the stairs over there, and that. Yeah, see, that's. Ah, shit. What's with this trailer in the next door over, too? It's. I normally don't want to be blocking here, but I don't have much of an option here with what's going on with my load. Alright, so here's the problem we have. So I can get this door open, but still got that mess there. I'm going to get a picture of this. Get my other door open. Hopefully you can... I mean, at least it's only the end of it, but... fell over one or two pallets. Look like we got a compromised case at the very bottom of one of those pallets, or no, actually some other pallets might have knocked it over. All right, so something on the right side caused that. Might have pushed into the others. Might have pushed into the others. Yeah, I'll let them know. Alright guys, we're gonna go. We're all empty now. Verified empty, got my load locks back and all that. So I did post on my Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok accounts all about the problem with that load stack. It ended up being 2 pallets total that fell over. The pallet closest to the door had snap peas and green beans on it, and the pallet right in front of it was broccoli florets. Yeah, basically the broccoli floret pallet had some kind of an issue. I don't think they wrapped it for shit or wrapped it right at all. And a lot of times those cardboard corner things they put on them to keep them, supported. Sometimes those get wet and loose, flimsy. It's kind of like trying to hold something up with a dry versus a wet spaghetti noodle, for example. The best way I can kind of describe that, and it just didn't work out there. Not to mention sometimes you get bad pallets that, is it going in the wrong lane? I can't tell. No, this is the OTR side, okay. Yeah, so basically that's what ultimately happened, I believe. I had my load locks installed and everything. It's just, when you have something like that where you have bad cases at the bottom of a tall pallet like that, tall and heavy pallet, there's just nothing that you can do to stop it. Any little bump and not to mention all them potholes I always hit on the routes that I'm usually on. That can even contribute to an extent. Alright, I'm gonna get I'll kind of finish telling about that one here if you haven't already watched those the content on my Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok already. I guess and then we'll talk about where we're going next. Alright guys, we're gonna get out of here and head over to the Loves. I'm gonna top off the reefer tank. I don't need the reefer for the next load. It will be a dry load next. We're gonna go into the Hobby Lobby distribution center in Oklahoma City. Pick up a load going back to Southern California. Alright. Yeah, I'll be going around. I'm actually about 2.5 hours late for that pickup, but it's a drop and hook. Should have plenty of time for it. That one's due in SoCal on the 4th. Today is the 1st. And shouldn't have any problems getting it there on time. I can pretty much get to my house in 2 shifts, and then we'll talk more about where exactly in SoCal that load is going to when I do that delivery, that pickup video. Because I do plan to do a pickup video for that one. Haven't yet decided what I'm going to talk about in it, but that's alright. So, in fact, I have a couple, actually I do have a good idea. What are you doing, dude? This guy, I'm not sure what this guy was getting confused about here. Oh, anyway, yeah, I still at least want to fill up the reefer unit and get it cleaned out at least. At the very least swept, if not washed out over here at the Loves. Since it's right here anyway, and make it, so that way the next time someone needs this trailer for a reefer load, at least it's got full load of fuel. And, alright. But otherwise, I ended up restacking these pallets over here. I actually got good help from both the unloader and the manager there. I went way better than I expected, actually. I don't normally get that kind of support at all there. Normally I get, here's an empty pallet, and start restacking. And then they don't help me at all. But Yeah, great support there by the manager and the unloader. It's I can't thank him enough for that. Now most drivers will say, no, I'm not doing this. Okay, well, you either do it or you take it off the property and get it reworked somewhere else, and then now you're wasting more of your own time. So you're having to deal with disposition info and instructions and all this kind of crap. I just don't want to have to deal with that. Wait on this woman to go by. It's funny, she just spit, and it just evokes a lot of femininity there. I don't know. I can't say I've never spit myself, but then I'm a guy. Even then, me being a guy, I try to not do that because I know a lot of people. Some people are not a big fan of seeing that or whatever. And in other countries, that's actually considered an insult. All right. Anyway, I'm gonna call this one a day here, right? Hope you guys enjoyed. Again, we'll have my next pickup will be at Hobby Lobby in Oklahoma City. I do have prior content of prior posts of me picking up from there. Otherwise, if you don't see me on that video, which I will be doing, delivery possibly of myself in California might be the next one you see. Right? All right. Thanks for hanging out, watching. All right. You guys got anything, put them in the comments, right? We'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.